For a long time now, people's been asking me, why don't I make videos and answer questions like that instead of trying to keep up with the emails and PMs and stuff y'all send me asking questions. And wanting to know me better, the man better, I guess, behind the wall or whatever. So anyways, I created a post in my community. You can go over there and ask any questions you want. A guy mentioned it to me a while back. I said, you know what, I'm going to do that. That's a perfect idea. So it's done. Go to community, ask your question, and I'll answer if I can. We get through as many of these as we can. Let's do it! Alright, well, welcome back to the host that never sleeps, and welcome back to the show. Thanks for coming back to the show. First, I'll give you a most recent health update on my ass. Went and seen a new doctor this past Monday. I don't know the date. Today's Thursday, I think. By the time you see this, it'll probably be a month ago on YouTube. Anyways, went to a new doctor. She checked me all out. Still got me on this medicine. Still got to wear my hair funky. Plus, I figured you guys would dig that. So, anyways, I got the medicine on now. I can't wear clothes. When I put the medicine on, I can't wear any clothes because it irritates that shit. So, went to the new doctor Monday. Checked all out. And she said keep rubbing that medicine on. And give me new medicine for my eyes, so maybe I'll be able to see a little bit better now. The medicine I put in my eyes for eye infection. Then she gave me a steroid shot and put me on a box pack of steroid pills. Take like 6 the first day, 5 the next day, 4 the next day, 3, 2, 1, like that. Well, like I say, that was Monday when I got the shot and started taking the pills. No, I started taking the pills Tuesday. And today's Thursday, I think. And already it looks like it's clearing up. But now I had it cleared up before and it came back. So, you know, I don't know. We'll see. But it wasn't this clear. It wasn't, you know, it didn't look anywhere near that good. It wasn't clearing up that fast either. So that much of it's cleared up now until the pills wear off. If it just stays away now, leave my ass alone, we're all going to get along just fine. Alright, that's the update. And next month, I'm scheduled to go see a specialist and see what they say, you know, is causing this. If it comes about, I'm probably going to go see the specialist anyway. Alright, let's get to it. A lot of y'all been wanting to know about me. A lot of y'all been wanting to ask me things. A lot of y'all do ask me things, and I can never keep up with the messages. So I decided to do this. I posted a post in my community. Go to the main front page of this channel, and where the About tab is, and what else is there? Videos and playlist, I think. Y'all ought to check his playlist out. You might find an Easter egg. And anyway, there's a community tab there. Go there, click it, and you can see where I wrote here to ask your questions. And we got, that was just like yesterday, and there's already says there's 24 comments now. So I'm assuming that's all 24 questions. I don't know if we'll get through all of them tonight or not. But if not, I'll make another video later on if you dig this kind of thing. And go through more of them. And eventually I'll get caught up. I'm always behind, baby. Yeah, I know my string's broke. It broke a few minutes ago. Got to get a new string now. Alright. Detroit Wrecker asks, Randy, anything, LOL. Okay, so how did you get into repairing instruments? Well, I did it all my life. When I was a kid, I played banjo. And it was pretty important to my dad that I do something with that. It was me too. I really wanted to make, you know, go with it. So when something would happen to one of my banjos, he would get a hold of a luthier and take my banjos, and I'd always go with him. We'd drive 200 miles sometimes just to get a fret replaced or whatever. So, and I'd always ask the luthier, you know, I was just a little kid, man. I started playing banjo when I was 4 years old, so I was probably, I don't know, 7 or 8, 6, 5, somewhere in that. And I'd ask the luthier, you know, I said, do you mind if I watch you? Oh, no, go ahead, because we drove 200 miles, and I didn't want to leave it there. He just fixed it while we was there. Luthiers wasn't as busy then as they are now, believe me. So, and they was nice. Every one of them did that, and there were, I don't know, a bunch of different ones we went to in the Charleston area, and, well, everywhere, just all around. But they was, every one of them, you know, I'd ask them, I'd say, can you tell me why you're doing that? And they would, they'd go into great detail and tell me, you know, why do this, why do that, avoid doing this, don't do this. And I started learning, you know, picking up things. Finally, I got to where I could fix my own instruments and my dad's instruments. Well, back up. Before that, after I learned, I started fixing my own instruments. I can remember one time my dad's guitar, something happened to it. I don't remember what. And I told him, you know, he always took care of me. He took me to Luthier, paid for it, got it fixed, kept me picking, you know. And I said, I'm going to take you now. We're going to take your guitar. We're going to go down to wherever I can get a hold of and get your guitar fixed. I'm going to pay for it for you. I was older and working, of course, then. So I did that. And again, I asked the Luthier if I could just watch, you know. Sure, man, he went into all kind of detail about telling me why he was doing stuff, you know, and how to do it, the tools needed to do it. That might have happened a couple of times. I took my dad and had his guitar fixed. Anyway, it's a long, very long story short. It's over a lifetime, a long one, as you can see. I fixed all my instruments. People started to bring me theirs occasionally and have me to work on it. Every band that I was in, I always fixed everybody's instruments, usually, mostly in rock and roll band and country bands, and, well, bluegrass too. Everybody knew I tinkered with that stuff, so they'd have me work on their guitar. And then, you know, I quit that for a long time. Didn't work on them. Didn't play music or do anything for, I don't know, 10 or 12 years, something like that. Started back in 2009. Bam! People started bringing me it. They heard I was fixing instruments again. Started bringing me their instrument. Now, I started getting them from different states. Now I get them from different countries all over the world. Send them to me. I got a stack of them over there right now. Piled up. Literally a stack, man. And I'm 2 months, almost 3 months behind. Lord have mercy. Anyway, that's how they got started. And they still bring me their instrument from all over the place. Alright, Detroit, I hope that answers your message. Elias Belt. How do I stop the constant need to buy a new guitar? I already have a beautiful Gibson, but every few weeks I want something new. How can I settle with my guitar? Well, that's a tough one, but the way I deal with that is I upgrade the guitar I have. Try all kinds of things. If it's got a bone saddle in it, try a tusk. If it's got a plastic nut, try a bone. Or if it's got a bone nut, put a tusk nut in it. Plus, you can learn how to do a little work on your own guitar that way and save you a bunch of money. That's what I always do, you know. And you'll find a combination that will take that urge away to buy a new guitar. Unless you just got a whole lot of money and, you know, you want to just want to spend money. Tom Warren, Randy, I have a small chip and some lacquer on my guitar. Can this be fixed with CA glue, or do I need to reuse lacquer? You can use either one, or you can use lacquer thinner. I prefer to use CA glue, thin viscosity CA glue, and do a drop fill. When you clean it out good, and well, lacquer thinner is good too, but thin viscosity CA glue, when you drop that down in that chip, it tends to run into places that your eye probably can't even see. Under the finish where the damage is at, or not at, as far as it can, into the pores of the wood, the grain of the wood. And then you can either take a razor blade, I've got videos doing it, I can show you, scrape over it, put tape, you know, over the ends of the razor blade. Leave the center exposed and pull that center part over it to level it with the rest of the finish. Or you can use sandpaper, you know, if you use the grits right. But and lacquer thinner is good too. Lacquer thinner just kind of melts what rest of the lacquer that's there. If it's a tiny little place I'm talking, kind of melts the lacquer back together and seals the place. It's very important that it seals. The wood has got to be sealed or you're going to have trouble, man. I see right now we're not going to get through all these, not on this video, but I'll go through as many as I can. Johnny Good, are you well known in the music biz? Do people say, huh? This is a Schartiger job. Get it to him, stat. Well, they say that, yeah. Pretty well known in the music business. Yeah, not globally or anything like that, but I've played with some pretty big bands. I met Bela Fleck a couple of times, played his banjo, and well, I've met a bunch of big ones, man, played with them. I was offered jobs to play banjo for, what's their name, Jim and Jesse McReynolds, if you remember those bluegrass guys. They might be both dead now, I don't know. But I was offered a job to play banjo for them, and I turned it down because I was going to college at the time. I think that's, or was getting ready to go to college, maybe it was, I can't remember. Anyway, so I didn't take the job. And there were some other ones. Red Wing is another band, a bluegrass band, that offered me a job playing banjo for them. Turned it down. I can't remember why though. But I'm not real big known, no, nothing like that. But all right. Hope that answered your question. Simon Sarado. This is sort of a multi-part question. Is Wolf Creek still active? Have you done anything recently with them? Have you jammed with your boy lately? Well, no, Wolf Creek's history now. I had to drop out of Wolf Creek because of my hands. Focal dystonia in both hands, and I never knew what days I were going to be, or what nights I was going to be able to play or not play. And you can't book venues like that. I mean, especially contracted ones. You know, if you're under contract, you better be there and play. Some of those contracts, if we didn't play, we had to pay a fine of what they were going to pay us to play. So anyways, that's the story on Wolf Creek. They played for a while after I did, under a different name, and then split up, I think, yeah. I haven't done anything with Wolf Creek lately. We have some music online if you'd like to go there and check it out. I'll put a link down here if I can remember to do it. Have you jammed with your boy lately? You know what? You guys really do click. Well, thank you, man. No, we have not jammed for a while. We just have a horrible time, it seems like, getting our time schedules together. You know what I mean? And it's been a long time since we jammed together right now. It's been a long time since either of us even jammed. Alright. Any house tapes? Yeah, a whole bunch of house tapes, a whole bunch of old VHS tapes over the years, you know. Wolf Creek had a CD. I don't know if you knew about that or not. We were ready to start our second one when it fell apart. And I was curious how the economy has been doing in your area and if it has picked up much in the last couple of years. Yes, the economy is booming here in this area. It's probably doubled in the last couple of years from what it seemed to have stayed forever. What are some good books? This is by Bro Turtel, it looks like. B-R-O-T-U-R-T-E-L, yeah. What are some good books on guitar repair? I hate to say it, but the best one I've seen is by the guys we love to hate, Stumac. You're going to pay an arm and leg for it probably, but it is very good. It's got nearly everything in it. Well, they have different ones too. So, you know, that's another way to get your money. You got to buy this one, and it don't have what you're looking for in it. So you got to buy this one here, and it might start it and tell you to finish it in the third one. So, you know, that's the only ones I ever looked at. I'm sure there's others around, but I don't want to tell you one that's good and not really knowing or using it myself. Nymer, how is your health? Well, I think I already covered that. It's been better, let me tell you. Nymer asks, Randy, what do you think of silk and steel strings? I've only played them a few times, not very many, but I liked them. Every time I played on them, I liked them. Actually, I want to give them a better try. Drop feel and sand for dents. Rennie Beard, that's what he said. I'm not sure if he's asking a question or what that is. Bill Smith says, do you do many lefties? I have one real lefty. The rest are righties that I have to change bridge angle and nut, but intonation is hard to get right. You know, in all the years I've worked on guitars, I probably haven't done 5 lefties in my life. Acoustic and electric. P.D. James, what's the best way to permanently lock a Floyd Rose trim and then put a regular nut on it? I don't know why you would want to lock it permanently. You can block them with a piece of wood, you know, a little strip of wood. Leave the springs in there, set the thing wherever you want it at, stick the wood under the back of it, and it won't move. And then, yeah, you can put another nut in, and then you'll still have your Floyd Rose if you ever want it. Graves W7. Randy, how did the Gibson truss rod neck crack work fix? Oh, let's try that again. Randy, how did the Gibson truss rod neck crack fix work? Did it hold long term? And he goes on to say a bunch of other stuff. That's not a question, so I won't read that. We get through more. It's, as far as I know, it's still holding. It never came loose anymore. And like I told the owner, I said, if you don't over tighten that truss rod again, well, he didn't do it the first time, but I said, if nobody does that again, it'll hold forever. It'll hold for the life of the guitar, I guarantee it. Oh, I only guaranteed it for like a year, but it'll hold, you know, you won't have any more trouble with it, I'm sure. Alright, CJ Dawn 42. Also, you said tuning up can mess up your guitar. Can tuning down give you problems too? Not really, but your guitar expects a little bit of stress on it, you know what I mean? All the time. You should tune it down if you're not playing it. I drop mine down one full step. And but tuning it, you know, taking strings completely off of it, no stress at all, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't tune it down that much. But I would tune it down, you know, if you're not playing it a lot, take the stress away from it. Would you care to address the mahogany issue? This is by Bob Aldo. There are many African tree species said to be related to mahogany that seem to pass for mahogany these days. The sort of close enough for government work syndrome. It has gotten to the point where the word mahogany is on the verge of being a slang term used by some guitar makers. What is your take? Mahogany is mahogany. You're never going to get the same tonal qualities and sounds, volumes out of any other kind of wood, even if it's close to mahogany. Oh, you can get close. And it might sound a little bit like mahogany. It might be a lot cheaper. But there again, rosewood is rosewood. Nothing to substitute that. Mahogany, same way. It's just a lower grade wood. And you can get different grades of that. So I hope that answers that clear enough. Walter Orlowski says, guitar, how to make contact. Hit me up on Facebook or email me. Put guitar repair in the subject. And I doubt if I can take your guitar right now, though, because like I say, man, I'm coming up on 3 months behind. Benjamin Elias. What's the difference between a cheap $200 guitar and an expensive $1,000 guitar? You know, I got a video on that very subject. There's a lot of difference, man. A lot more time has been put into the more expensive guitar. A lot better grade woods. You know, you can buy a cheap guitar. I had to have a drink, baby. I'm drying out here. I shouldn't be drinking coffee. It's like, you can buy a cheap guitar. It's got all the said woods in it. Spruce top, rosewood back and sides. A cheap guitar we're talking about. $400, $300, $200, whatever. And a lot of people think, well, it's got rosewood back inside. I played the $4,000 Martin, and they had that same wood. No. It's the same species. It's not the same grade of wood. And I got videos about that too. Rosewood, all the woods, all these companies that build guitars have different grades of that wood. So you can bet that the rosewood and the spruce used in the cheap guitar is way lower grade wood. Plus it's probably got defects in it than the wood used, the rosewood and the spruce used in the $4,000 guitar. $1,000, I think is what he said. Yeah. But, you know, $1,000 guitar has got lower, lesser grade wood than, say, a $4,000 guitar would have. That's one of the main differences. So with the build, the construction of it, the way it's constructed, type of glue they use, the hardware, tuning machines, everything, man, is just a better grade material than what, you know, you get on a cheap guitar for $100 or $200, he said. Tom, I don't know if it's Gia or Gia. G-I-A, you all make the call. I've been detuning my acoustic guitars I don't use for a few days. Worried about bridge bulge and possibly causing it to need a neck reset, leaving tension on it. Is that being too protective of my guitar? No, it's not. Like I already said, I always tune mine down. If I'm not playing them a lot, or you know, a couple times a week, I tune them down a whole step. Even my electric guitars, I do it. But don't take the strings off or, you know, tune them completely loose, because the guitar, even though it don't have a brain and can't think, it expects some stress. Amit Newton. How you doing, Amit? You've been here a long time. If one string of the guitar does not have the same ring and amplitude, what could it be due to, and how we correct it? Well, there could be several things cause that. The string could just be dead. I mean, sometimes one string will go dead, and it'll, it won't sound like the rest of them. Could be an issue at the nut, where the string comes through the groove at the nut. Could be an issue at the saddle that the string rides over. Could be, I don't know, any one of those things. I'm sure there's probably more other things that you guys will remind me of, but on the fly, that's all I can think of right now. But lots of times you just change the string or clean that string good, and it'll bring it back to life and fix it. Alright, David B. Is there a background story to why you say, let's do it, and hold on, the way you do? No, really, there's not. That just kind of developed since I started the channel back here. I figured when I started working on guitars and stuff again, I see all these people on YouTube doing it, and I thought, well, shit, man, I got a YouTube channel. I'll start putting things on there now and then. So, and those two things just kind of developed themselves as time went by, and I got crazier. Arthur Morgan, when did you start out doing guitar lutherie? That's a question I'd ask. Oh, I think I already answered that, so hopefully you understood that okay. Drew's 879. Randy, after watching you, I've been working on my own guitars. I have 14 or 15 guitars, not all high dollar. I have a Squire, Strat. Oh, this is a long post. Let me see if he's even asking a question. Okay, he's just made a post. He's not really asking a question. You need a cue ball fix. You're going to get one pretty soon. Alright. Cue ball ain't been hanging in here with me much lately. I don't think she likes this shit that I got to rub all over my body. Truly, man. I don't think she likes that because she don't come in here much anymore since all this started. Alright, I don't know how far into this we are. I should have looked at the clock before I started. Okay, CJ Dawn wants to know what your acoustic setup looks like nowadays. I like 16 to 18 thousandths action at the first fret. On acoustics, I like 12 thousandths neck relief, and on my electrics, I like 10 thousandths neck relief. On acoustics, I like my high E at the 12th fret at 5/64ths, and the low E at the 12th fret at 4/64ths. And on electric guitar, I like to see that just maybe 3/64ths and 4/64ths on electric guitar on those two strings. That's what it looks like. Glad you're Jerry Wolask. Wolask. That's hard to say, man. My name is too, believe me, I know. Glad you're feeling better. I hope you're looking better anyway. It's too bad neck is so contorted on the Yamaha. Would it be worth fixing to the customer to you? And if you're talking about that Yamaha, what was that, a 180 red label guitar? That's the only one I can think you might be talking about. It would be worth fixing. Yeah, that was a good guitar. It needed a neck reset done on it, and the guy just didn't want to put that much money into it at the time. I think that's how. I talk to so many people about this stuff, man. Deal with so many people, it's really hard to remember it all. Okay. Wow, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name. Isla, that's the first name. Talbiharju. Talbiharju. I don't know, man. I'm not good with names. This might be the last question. I have no questions. Just want to tell you I'm doing some repairs on the Elis Heidensbeg. Okay, he don't have a question. He's just telling me some things. Thank you, Randy, all the way from Sweden. I think that's all of them. Wow, I didn't think we'd get through them all. It looks like we did. This video is probably going to be like an hour long or some crazy crap like that. Anyways, thank you guys for the questions. I hope it helps you. And If you have any more, go there, click on the community tab, and just add your question to it. I'll see it as a new comment, and I'll make a mental note, or no, I won't do that. I'll write it down. I can't remember too good. Y'all know about that. And I'll get back with you on it just as soon as we get some more questions. I think it said, yeah, 24 comments. Not all those were questions though, but it's a new thing I'm going to start doing. If you can't find what you need in my videos, just ask a question there, and I'll eventually make another video like this. If you like this video, give it a thumb up if you want to see more like it. And we'll do this thing. Because, like I say, there's no way, man, I can keep up with the amount of emails and PMs I get, people asking me stuff. I can't do it. No one can type that much. My phone I can talk into, and it will translate it to text, and I still wouldn't be able to keep up with that much. Thank you guys for the questions. Cheers to you. I'm going to get back into guitar repairing here. I've got a lot of old videos. You got to check them out. You new subscribers, if you haven't yet. A lot of playlists. Doing everything, man. Until then, check those out. And I'll see you on the next video. Cheers to you.